world. Good morning. Okay, I was just recording a reading. I got 15 minutes into it. Not feeling it. Okay, so here we are. Good morning. It's always weird to restart and say hello again when you've said it a few times or whatever. To catch everyone up to speed. Pretty bitchy the last 36 hours. There's a real vibe getting the finger on the pulse, at least in my world. Doesn't have to be your world. Yeah. So here we are. I need tea today. Yeah, and pink. I gotta try to bring in as much love into my heart right now. Oh yeah, today's Monday. Monday's ruled by the moon. I have, now that I've been working with each planet corresponding to the day of the week, I have found traditionally Mondays, oh man, I get a little bit extra fussy. And yeah, it's emotional. The moon is emotions. So let's see. Okay, crowd favorites. Grandma, I really think we could use you, as we did in that other reading I just did, but stopped. Okay. I don't want this deck, actually. I don't. Yeah, I don't. I love this deck just for the Empress, but like, there's actually a lot of cards in here. Like, the energy of this deck is like kind of heavy, to be honest. So it's interesting when it does come out. Do you want to come out? Okay, the deck wants to be used. Fine. Okay, my personality doesn't want to use this deck, but whatever. What Spirit wants, Spirit gets. Let's go. Alright, well, Grandmama, let's call on those crowd favorites. God, Jesus, Grandma, Buddha, Archangels, all Ascended Masters, all of my benevolent ancestors, anyone that you're working and praying with, so long as it's not Debbie Devil. I feel like we could use some Mother Mary. Saint Catherine of Siena, get in here, girl. Mary Magdalene, Saint Germain, Purple Hearts of Flame. Let's go. Oh, let's call in some love. Yeah, this world needs a lot of love right now. Okay. Grandmama, what does collective need to know in here right now? Let's get that finger on the pulse. Okay. Six of Cups. Very nice. Very nice. Love is the theme today. The first card in that last reading was the Ace of Cups. Okay. Well, I'm really drawn to these like white, they're almost like a very, very, very light pink, but technically I guess they're white. So purity. Oh yeah, and then I was having the weirdest dreams. I had terrible sleep, but there was a point where I was dreaming. Oh, and there was a little boy in the dream that I had. He was really sweet. He wasn't my little boy. He was someone else's little boy. He was so sweet. And we had a real connection. Yeah, this is what that's feeling like. Yeah, like the sweetness of kids. Okay, so you're feeling sweet. You're feeling sweet on someone. You want to give them flowers. No, one card at a time. I do not want three. I don't accept. Okay, so Grandmama, we have the Six of Cups. Ace of Cups. Look who wants to come back out. Okay. Love is in the air. Now again, doesn't have to be romantic love. I'm going to stress it. I'm going to stress it. There are way more valuable types of love than just romantic. Romantic is like a bonus, but like it's not the be-all end-all, and to be honest, it can be rather disappointing. But not saying that it isn't delicious. I love love. But like, let's not negate what could be like a best friend, or like, I don't know, soulmates just come in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes not romantic. Okay. Are you about to come forth with your cup? I feel like that's you. Okay. Okay, wasn't focused. So Grandmama, 6 of Cups to the Ace of Cups. What's next? No, 1 card. 1 card, please. King of Pentacles. Now, this is the guy. It looks like he has like a golden chamber pot. You can't see it because my phone will never zoom in again. It's because it's an old iPhone. It just one Apple update and the zooming just stopped. Okay, but what you can't see is that there's this gold chain. And it's funny because I always think of it as a chamber pot, but clearly it's not. I feel like it's like his little change purse, but really it's just like a big golden pot that he wears strapped to himself. Kind of weird, to be honest. Yeah, what's that about? Okay, but regardless, there's a King of Pentacles here. King of Penties. Hi. He's also very serious looking. Oh boy. Look who's on the scene. Debbie Devil. We'll get to that in a sec. Okay. So, hey, it's my girl, Lady Justice. Okay, but I wasn't focused. So what's going underneath the Ace of Cups? Oh, I felt you. Where did you go? Okay, just come back out. There you are. The Wheel of Fortune. Now, see, his big disc behind his head is making me think of this. Now, this woman, though, she is past-facing. And see what I mean about their kind of just being like, oh, what's the term? Morose. Like, these cards have, like, a real morose vibe. Very Russian. I love Russian culture and art, but I'm Eastern European myself. But there is, like, a morose kind of inflection in some of the art. So, someone here, probably yourself, felt in the recent past that, like, romantically, like, the wheel was never going to turn for you. It was, like, stuck. Yeah, like, it feels stuck in a position that she doesn't want it to be stuck in. Okay. So let's go back to this King of Pentacles. Okay, wait. Does Debbie Devil, though, want to go under the King of Pentacles? I feel like he does, to be honest. Hold on, let me switch. No, he wants to go under you. Okay. King of Pentacles. What do you gotta say? 3 of Cups. Now, this is the card too. All of these roots, to me, it looks like death metal writing that spells out cryptically pleasure. That's what I see. Whoa. Their toes are looking gnarly. I wish I did have a zoom so we could all zoom in on these crazy looking toes. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. They're just sharp looking. Yeah, they don't look like human toes. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so 6 of Cups to Debbie Devil. The Sun. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Let's just get the rest of them and we'll clarify. Okay, so Ace of Cups to the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, the 10 of Wands. But this is also past facing. This also just came out in that reading I did this morning. I'd said no to. So kind of similar themes here. Okay, so Grandma, last card. The High Priestess. Oh, this is reminding me. I wish I would have got the name. I was watching an art documentary. And there's a painter. It was curated by a Black curator. So I'm going to assume that the artist was probably also Black, but it was an incredible painting. It's done all in black, but with different tones of black. Oh, it's such an incredible piece. Anyway, but as I look at her robe, again, you're not gonna be able to really see, you might be able to see a little bit of this contrast, but yeah, like the longer you stare at this blackness, the different tones, they reveal themselves. Oh, I love that. I gotta look up that painting. It's incredible. Everyone should know this artist and this painting. Well, and it also reminds me, and the painting was supposed to kind of also be indicative of that, of like, when your eyes have to adjust to the darkness. When you first turn off all the lights and it's pitch black, it's like you can't see anything. But when your eyes adjust, okay. There's something about seeing in the dark, eye adjustment, tonality. What may at first present as like you don't see it, there's nothing to see, is actually incredibly enriched and detailed. And if you just wait long enough for your eyes to acclimatize and to, take in the detail, it's just like there's so much detail, so much beauty, so much information. So to be honest, you could be a psychic or intuitive. There's a lot of people I know that don't consider themselves psychic, but they would say that they have a great instinct, or like they just kind of know when they know, but they don't identify that as like a psychic ability, but they have the gift of sight. They just call it something different. Okay. Let's clarify with this deck. These two decks actually really like to communicate together. They're very different, but yeah, when I've done readings with this deck, it's usually this deck that really loves to clarify. Yeah, they get really chatty. Ooh, and the weight of this one compared to this one, there's like a weightiness here. Going back to that 10 of Wands, something is weighing heavy on you. Oh yeah, compared to that one, this one, like I'm like, whoa, really feel the difference. Okay, so Grandmama. See, already my mood feels better. This is nice. Thanks, gang. This is nice. Okay, 6 of Cups. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so in the 6 of Cups, we see 2 people. So in this 2 of Pentacles, we do see 2 boats, and it looks as though this boat is coming after this guy. Now, this little baby sea turtle, he kind of is like giving me some side eye here. Oh, are you the sea turtle and that's your person, but someone else might be going in? Like, that's why you're side-eyeing everyone? Maybe. Okay, tell me a little bit more. Because it's about a balance. The Six of Cups to the Two of Pentacles. Grandma. The Eight of Pentacles, and there's two here. Is this actually just a reading about your children? Okay, I only say that because in the Eight of Pentacles is about work. But this is like a mama or a papa beaver and a baby beaver. And then we're seeing this baby sea turtle. And then the Six of Cups is the two kids. So, okay, hold on. Let me just clarify. Who is your Six of Cups, your sweetness directed to? Is this just about your family? Oh my God, that'd be so refreshing to just have a reading for parents who are just like, oh, I'm really struggling with, oh, it's about an emperor. Okay, so the issue is what's really hard to balance right now is that you have this Six of Cups that you want to offer to this old billy goat, this little hunk. Yeah, you just want to grab those little horns and just give him a little kiss on that nose. Mwah. But you have a lot of responsibilities, and like, especially if you're a parent, work and kids alone really take up most of your time, to be honest. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, so we understand that now. Well, we understand the Ace of Cups too. Okay, but let's talk about it. Grandma. The Nine of Cups. Yeah, you see that billy goat, that old emperor, as wish fulfillment. Now, again, I feel like this is you, but I really do think you have two kids. I really do. And I feel like when you are with your kids, and not that you're not present, because we all know, like, you can be the most present parent, but there's just a couple moments where you just need some alone adult time of just, like, even if it's just thinking your own thoughts, like you're watching them, but you just need to think your own thoughts for a second. So I feel like while you're watching your kids do their little activities, you're thinking sweet thoughts. You're like, you're sipping from the cup of love. You're really fantasizing. You're having some nice thoughts about this person. Yes. Okay, so we saw the Emperor. I bet you it's that King of Pentacles. Okay. King of Penties. Hold on. Okay. Grandma, clarify the King of Pentacles. Ooh, a Queen of Swords. Wow. Well, they're colorful. Yeah, they might come off as serious and all business, but even with his little goat face, like, he's smizing. And if you're not familiar with the term smizing, if you didn't watch America's Next Top Model with old TB, Tyra Banks, they refer to smiling with your eyes as smizing. So, I would say this little cutie patootie, he's smizing. Oh, yeah. So, this is definitely, I also feel like, an introvert, because he's up alone in the mountains. Old King of Penties has his weird, like, change purse chamber pot. Change purse chamber pot. Sorry, Spirit's giving me some word stuff. Sometimes I don't understand where we're going. Change purse. Chamber pot. Well, I'm hearing the change of chambers, but a chamber is a room. Okay, not sure where we're going with that, Spirit. Either way. But my point being is, I think that this person is a bit of a lone wolf or a lone little billy goat. And yeah, they can also be cool and frosty, but this Queen of Swords is showing up as so colorful. Look at that. Look at all these little Little beauties right here. What do we got? We got dragonflies, we have butterflies, we have moths, we have hummingbird, which always denotes my grandmother. Very nice. Okay. So, I do believe Debbie Devil is just you and your unbridled passion for this person. Yeah, like I feel like, again, to the outside world, you're cool, you're calm, you're composed, you know? But inside, again, look, you got horns. Yeah, you grew horns for this little billy goat. You're like, oh my God, my truest love is hoofed. Just takes those little hooves and just climbs up those little craggy peaks. If I'm to join them, I better get hoofed and better get climbing. Okay, but it's like the passion. Ooh, passion. Okay, let's talk about it. Grandma, what's the devil? Ooh, 5 of Wands. Yeah, it's the inner conflict, your passion. It's creating this tension, because see, look, everyone here kind of matches except for this guy, but that's you, the top dog. But these are all the different aspects of yourself. Tugging and pulling. Okay. You want to say anything else to that 5 of Wands, to the devil? 8 of Swords, to the 3 of Swords, to the 10 of Cups, to the Moon. But the next card is the Wheel of Fortune. Remember how I was saying it's like she's past facing, but it feels as though like it got stuck. That you're feeling as though it's like it's never gonna change for you romantically. So the 8 of Swords is that self-imprisonment, the fear. The fear. Oh, just getting your ass tossed. Look at that bird. Oh man. Yeah, he's all upside down Charlie Brown. And going back to the Moon, see your inner tension. You have all of this like hidden emotion. Because remember the first card, or like with the Ace of Cups, it's like, I feel like it's that secret for you. You like to just hold on to that for yourself. But secretly, you want to be yipping the night away with this person. See, look at those little snouts. Yeah, you want to be snout to snout with this person. Okay. Ooh, yep. Okay, so let's talk about this Wheel of Fortune. Now, I'm going to have to cut it short because I got to go to work. I'm a bit behind schedule, so we got to wrap this up in like 9 minutes. Oh my God, the Hierophant. Yeah, so there's like a divine turn of events here. And we also see these candles look like the 4 of Wands. So we know that the wheel's gonna spin for you, even though your own belief is that it's not. I don't know, something just comes like bursting in, just like an elephant would. Oh yeah. Okay, what else do you have to say about this? The Wheel to the Hierophant. What is this Hierophant? Ooh, death. Yeah, there's an ending here. An ending, but a total beginning. I don't know. I'm hearing that song Life is a Highway by Tom Cochrane. Yeah, I want to ride it all night long. Okay. If you're going, oh, now I'm hearing Lenny Kravitz. Are you going to go my way? That song is a banger. It's really the only song I love of Lenny Kravitz. Oh, what a song. Yeah, are you going to go my way? Okay, so the 3 of Cups. Okay, so we're seeing a celebration of some kind. I do see the words pleasure. So, the 4 of Pentacles. What? Well, okay, so in this 4 of Pentacles, it's the sky that's really intriguing me, because what I'm seeing is that that sky is the crown of these maidens. So again, I still think you're in this energy because we see you in the Eight of Swords. We see you morose in that Wheel of Fortune. It's like you just can't believe or are ready yet to fully take a chance. Your fear of being rejected or getting your heart broken is really impeding you from receiving. Like, this is receiving. And for me, with this card, I always see pleasure. Yeah, it's like you're holding back and not allowing yourself to feel pleasure or to have pleasure. And it's creating that tension with you. Yeah, like, look at you in your Eight of Swords. Yeah, you're a big old kitty. And guess who put themselves there? You. Oh. Yeah, that kitty's sad as hell. Doesn't have to be that way. Okay. But what's great is we see the Sun. The Sun is next to that Ten of Wands, which means it's over. And then the High Priestess. Yeah, you're going to be able to see through the darkness. You're going to be able, your eyes are going to be able to adjust. What just seems like blackness, you can't see your way through, that there's no detail. Okay, let's focus on the Sun. Oh boy, Nine of Wands. Oh yeah. Oh, you're a prickly little pear. Yeah, you got hurt. You got hurt in the past. I get it. Oh, you're this little porcupine. I love porcupines. But as said, and I'll say it again, what don't I love in regards to nature? Humans? There's a lot of humans I don't love. I'm working on it. Oh yeah. Just hugging that tree. Okay, wait. So the Sun to the Nine of Wands. Tell me more about the Sun. The Devil. Oh boy. And see, look, we got two little baby goats here. Well, if you have children, this might be part of the concern. It is hard to integrate children into a new relationship. It takes a lot of care, thoughtfulness. And for me, I personally am like, go slow. Also, don't introduce new people right away until you know. Until you know someone long enough to know that, like, okay, this person's gonna be around for a bit. But, yeah. Yeah, I think there's like a worry here around your kids. You might have a son in particular. Okay. So what's the Ten of Wands? The High Priestess. But the next card is the High Priestess. Well, it's just like at some point, all of this, like, insane level of worrying, because like Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, like there's a lot here. Even with that Two of Pentacles, yeah, you have a lot on your mind. But for all that to be said, it's like there is always a crisis point. Like, we can only go so far sometimes in our emotions. Like, it has to like burst up and then kind of collapse down. So like, no matter how much worrying, there's just like, yeah, from my own experience anyways, there's always like a point where you're like, I can't do this. Like, we gotta figure out a way. So it's like your inability to get past the fear, there's a point for you where you're like, no, I can't like this. So you step into your faith and trust of self to be like, okay, what do I know to be true? What do I see? And going back to the Crown of Stars. See, before, you're just this big old lizard clutching your little purse. Again, change purse. Yeah, everyone here has a little change purse. Well, you don't have a change purse. You need one. Oh my god, you could borrow it from King of Penties. Yeah, and be like, hey, can I borrow your chamber pot change purse? Anyway, my point being, in this one we see Under the Stars. And then we saw this crown of stars. I believe these are like your ancestors, guides, whoever's in on your spirit team, but it's celestial. But now you're wearing the crown of stars. Higher, elevated perspective. So you're going to use that to see that the Ten of Wands is done. It's a conclusion. It's the past. It's not the future. And now we step into this High Priestess. Yes, mama. Champion of Pentacles. Hold on. I'm not feeling that card. It keeps kind of trying to come out. I don't love that one for whatever reason. It's fine, but I'm not feeling it. Okay, Grandma, you can pull it out again if you want to, and then I will accept it, but tell me about the final card, the High Priestess. Okay, the Star. Going back to the Star, right? The Crown of Stars. Yeah, there's something here about your feelings. The feelings about the past, the feelings about the ways that you were hurt, the feelings that are around your children, potentially. Like, there's something here about just having a big, good old cry, but someone here has brown eyes, someone here has blue eyes. I think you have brown eyes, and I think you're crying over a blue-eyed billy goat. But see, your eye is the star. I don't know. I just feel like you heal, but you see. Yeah, like when you cry, like cleansing. Again, the ability to see. Oh, so maybe you just haven't had a really good cry, or like there's some kind of emotional release here that allows you to like see. Yeah, crying is so good for your eyes. P.S. The Chariot to the Tower. Oh my god, to the Queen of Cups. Okay. Now, this is the conjoined horse. So, again, going back to your inner tension, we still see, though, you have to pick a direction. These horses cannot go anywhere. You know what I mean? This is a hot mess. Like, what the fuck is going on, guys? How did you end up like this? I didn't even know. Let's see, we see the two staircases here. But we also see these two buildings right here. You have to make a decision. You have to make a decision, and then you just have to go. I do feel like you go for it, though, because this tower, it's made of soft petals. These are flower petals. So, even though there's storminess, we see the emotion, the volatility within you. It really, there's so much tension. Like, even just think about these two horses. The tension of them pulling, you know? Oh God, I would hate to be conjoined. Oh, my worst nightmare. As an INFP, introvert, oh my God. Being attached to somebody, I would just die. But what can't be avoided, though, is the depth of feeling. Like, this is the thing. You have such an incredible depth of feeling for this person. But that's kind of traditionally how it goes. You can try to fight things for a while. It builds a tension and a tension. And, like, at some point, you just shit or get off the pot. Yeah, the chamber pot. Yeah, what are you going to do? Shit or get off the pot? Is it a chamber pot? Is it a chamber pot or is it a change purse? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, guys, I would love to keep on with this, but I have to go see my old cutie patootie. I have classes today. I have a bunch of other bullshit to deal with. And then I would like to try to get to the gym. We'll see. I don't know. But in the meantime, have a delightful day. This is something to think about and to consider for sure. Yeah, I definitely see you as having kids. I really do think you have 2 children. Yeah. Like with any messages, like take what resonates, take what doesn't, but in these types of readings, I'm like, well, to be honest, I'd be willing to bet a lot of money you have 2 children. Like, that's who I'm picking up on. If you don't, that's fine. Maybe there's other parts of the messages, but like, I'm quite convinced the person who I'm like really tuned in right now is like a parent of 2 children, and that's part of this conflict. And I get that, 100%. Okay. All right, kitty whiskers. Stay safe out there. I take for granted right now that I'm in a fairly safe part of the world, but nothing is guaranteed. And the world is really volatile and kind of dangerous right now. Not kinda, it is. So, wherever you are in this world, take care of each other, okay? All right, stay blessed, stay golden.